our issues now is our inability to stop people just periodically, not consistently, but periodically would give us a chance, and we just lack playmakers right now. We're very young and inexperienced at defense, on defensive line and linebacker. But it's no real excuse for our secondary. I thought Matt Barkley was terrific. He's a much more polished player right now than I think he's ever been. He's again, I've seen some great players here the last 4 weeks, and certainly Matt is playing at a high level like Nick. They're just they're very polished players, and some of their movements, they got us out of position. We didn't handle the vertical routes very well. Woods is a terrific player. I think him and Marquise Lee are going to be, they're very, very, very good players. Their tight ends are good receivers. They're getting better. They're young. So again, we contained the run game a year ago. We didn't contain the run game, and this year they came back and really kept us out of whack with the passing game.
Are you surprised that they threw this three plays?
No, they can do. They have players that they can be as balanced and as good as they want to be. They got good skill guys. They have a great quarterback, so they can throw it. It's a little different way off play action and boots, and we just couldn't come up. We came up with one play pretty much all day.
Your last 4 games, you know, that's a really tough opponent. How do you forget the losses and focus on
Well, we just got to get better. I think, again, you saw what our offense can do. Our issues right now are defense, and until you play good defense, it's hard to win. It's hard to win anywhere right now, and we're just, we're struggling in a lot of areas on defense, and that's where we need to get better.
Could you have imagined this kind of a game like Barkley against your defense, or was this kind of
We tried to play a lot of 2 deep coverage, and they finally started hitting us. They caught us with verticals, in the second half. In the first half, we had a busted assignment on the first touchdown. The second play of the game, we're rotating to 3, and I don't know how that got out the gate. It just kind of set the tempo for the whole day, but just not playing good enough defensively. But Matt's certainly capable of throwing it with the best of them.
Robert Woods, not just starting here, but opening it up for other guys. How much of a matchup nightmare is he?
Well, he's just he's a great player. He understands his position on the field. He's a good route runner, and he's a reliable guy. So he's a very dynamic player.
I think it was after the first score you went to your defense and you got the board out and took your headset off and just talked. What do you tell him? Do you remember what you told him then?
Well, I was just making sure on the second snap where they went 80 yards, we should be in a perfect defense for that play, and for whatever reason we weren't in position, or somebody missed a tackle. I got to see it on film,
From a coaching standpoint, do you anticipate changing anything going forward with your defense? Being more involved or less involved or anything like that?
Oh, I'm always involved with what we do, defensively.
Coach, you guys have proven resilient, but the slow starts, you're playing in a hole every game. Can you talk a little bit about that or to that?
Yeah, I thought we came out and I thought we moved the ball 3 straight first downs, coming out of our own 20 and got it past. I think our first 3 or 4 drives went past the 50. We crossed their 50, I think, every single drive, and I think we had 2 interceptions. And that's been, uncharacteristic of Nick. We had some penalties that put us behind the chains, and I thought Nick tried to force the ball in there a couple times. You got to take what the defense gives you. Punting's not bad, and he may have tried to force the game a little bit early, but again, he settled down and did his thing. After that.
Coach, can you talk about the improvements in the run game today?
Well, I think we're getting better. I think. I thought our backs, I thought Drew Robinson and Tommy, I thought Tommy Totogi played an excellent game for us. So we're just trying to become more multiple and still keep it simple for our players.
What did Kadeem show you?
Well, Kadeem he continues to grow. I thought both running backs did a nice job running the football, and Kadeem catching it and making plays out in space. It's going to be a really good player.
You actually rushed for more yards than they did. That's correct.
Yeah, it was an offensive game today. I mean, it's kind of what the world is coming to. It seems like with these offenses, they get harder and harder to stop.
What is a reasonable expectation with all the offensive talent you just named, week in, week out on defense?
Well, you got to have some consistency right now, and you got to have some playmakers, and we're just lacking in those two areas.